Okay, now we are doing about the oxidation reactions of alkenes. This is one of the alkene which contain carbon-carbon double bond, and it contains some branching also. And the name of this alkene, sorry, here hydrogen is not required. The name of this alkene is called 2,3 dimethyl 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 contain 2 methyl group, that's why 2, 3 dimethyl. And in the numbering you will get 4 carbon, that's why bute. And the double bond is present in second carbon, that's why it is called 2, 3 dimethyl butene. When this alkene is added with ozone, O3, then the 3 oxygen atom will join at the position of double bond. I mean they will join with like this. This is your alkene, and here the double bond is present. At the position of double bond, the 3 oxygen atom will join like this. When you apply zinc water and little amount of heat, then this one will break like this one will break like this, and the oxygen combine with zinc to produce zinc oxide. And this carbon oxygen bond, it is a single bond, now it will convert to double bond. Ultimately you will get the product CH3 C double bond O CH3. I mean CH3 C double bond O CH3. Similarly this one CH3 C double bond O CH3. I mean 2 molecules of ketone you will get, and side product you will get zinc oxide. I mean zinc combines with oxygen to produce zinc oxide, and this compound is called propanone. It's a ketone compound, that's why it is called propanone. So when you apply ozone with your alkene, then you may get some aldehyde or you may get some ketone as the product. First time it will produce one cyclic compound which is called ozonide, and when you heat the ozonide in presence of zinc water, then it will the cyclic compound will break and it will form some aldehydes and ketones. And this is one example of oxidation reaction, because you know addition of oxygen is called oxidation. So this is one example of oxidation reaction. And the last reaction, which is called polymerization reaction, Polymerization means, do you know about polymer? Polymer means these are some long chain compounds which have high molecular mass, and this type of polymers are produced from some simple compounds. I mean some smaller compounds it will form which are called monomer. So this polymerization reaction means some polymer will form. For example, if you take ethene, it's a small compound, ethene. When you take number of ethene molecules, N means it represents some number. I mean huge number of ethene molecule you have to take, and when this large number of ethene molecule you do polymerization, then all the ethene molecule will join with each other and the double bond will be converted to single bond. Then it will form a long chain compound like this, CH2. I mean double bond will be converted to single bond and it will form a long chain compound. This bracket whole into N means this side number of CH2 present, and this side also contain number of CH2 present, and this type of compounds are called the polymer compound. Now this is your ethene. When ethene undergo polymerization, then it produces this polymer, and the name of this polymer is called polyethene. This is called polyethene. So this polyethene is one example of polymer, and since polymer is produced, that's why the reaction is called polymerization reaction. And from which compound you prepared it, that is called monomer. So here ethene is called monomer. So from this monomer you prepared that polymer. So since some polymers are produced, that's why the reaction is called polymerization reaction. So polymer means nothing. These are some long chain compounds having high molecular masses, and and this type of polymers are produced from some simple compound which are called monomer. So that is why when you do polymerization of ethene molecule, then this ethene molecule will be converted to polythene. So polythene is one example of polymer, and since polymer is produced, that's why the reaction is called polymerization reaction. So these are the reactions of alkene. Already we have done number of reactions of alkenes, and you have to learn all these reactions, and from these reactions you will get different types of questions, and we will discuss the questions later after finishing all the compounds. If a question asks like this, what happens, this type of question may ask in your exam, what happens when butyl-1 is treated with HBr, I mean hydrogen bromide, in presence of benzoyl chloride. If the question is like this, what happens when butyl-1 is treated with HBr in presence of benzoyl peroxide? For this type of question, you have to, when you write the answer, then you have to write the reactions mainly. You have to show the reactions. Here the question asks butyl-1. Butyl-1 means it should be like this. This is called butyl-1. Double bond should be present with number 1 carbon. This is called butyl-1. When butyl-1 is treated with HBr in presence of benzoyl peroxide. Sorry, this is chloride, not chloride. This is called benzoyl peroxide. In presence of peroxide, then what happens? I mean, what product it will produce, that you have to find out. You know, when you apply HBr with this alkene, this substance contain one positive ion and one negative ion. You know, positive ion is added with that double bonded carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. But here peroxide is present. You know, when the reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide, then the Markovnikov rule become opposite, which is called peroxide effect or anti-Markovnikov rule. So here the negative is added with that double bonded carbon atom which contain more number of hydrogen. So that is why Br minus will be joined with this carbon and hydrogen will be joined with this carbon, and the double bond is converted to single bond. So you will get the product like this: CH3, CH2. Here hydrogen will be joined, I mean CH will be converted to CH2 when it combine with hydrogen, and this CH2 will combine with bromine, and the double bond is converted to single bond. I mean you will get the product as 1 bromo, 4 carbon present, that's why it is called butane. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's why 1 bromo butane. So in this type of question, what happens when butyl-1 is treated with HBr in presence of benzoyl peroxide? Then you have to write, when butyl-1 is react with HBr in presence of benzoyl peroxide, then it produce 1 bromobutane. Like this way you have to write. After that you have to show the reaction in this way. So this type of question also you will get in your exam. Thank you.